Superman is a direct translation of Übermensch. In German, the Übermensch, they also use sometimes the word overman. But it goes way, way, way back into antiquity. There's a hyperanthropos in Greek. So that's an old thing. But the Superman is a direct translation of Übermensch.
With his book Seduction of the Innocent, Dr. Fredric Wertham created a sensation in the early 50s. Dr. Wertham maintained that juvenile crime and vandalism could be traced directly to the reading of comics. His campaign led to some publishers going out of business altogether. He's become a legend in the history of comics.
Superman itself is the symbol of force, power, and violence. That is what he represents. And that has had an enormous influence, which one cannot possibly exaggerate, on the youth, not only of this country, but of the youth of many other countries, you see, especially in Germany. It is utterly impossible to understand what happened in Germany, all the different massacres and so on, unless you realize that they were imbued with this Superman spirit. It represents the abolition of law. The Superman is above the law, all laws, the democratic law, the real law, and even the law of physics and chemistry. He's a person to himself. So what you teach the young person, and incidentally the older person too, is that you have no responsibility. You have to appeal to one individual who will take care of everything. Boys, and I have seen some myself, I even had to examine them, have really tried that to jump over the banister, fan out and break their leg, or try to almost go out of the window. Or later on as men, when I served them as men, tell me, look, as a child, you know, I really thought you could fly. Thank God I didn't try it, and I know some who did try it. He represents superstition. So here you have violence, superstition, complete distrust in the community, complete distrust in the law, complete trust in a strong individual who can do things which cannot be done.
What do you think of the idea that Superman stands for truth and justice the American way?
Well, how can one stand for something which doesn't exist? It's very difficult, but he doesn't. For one thing, he doesn't. He comes at the last moment and flies through the air and helps. That's not what the girls who I know who have been raped and killed and mutilated. They don't need somebody to fly to the air. You know, policemen on the beat to see that this neighborhood gets on nuts in such a weird way. So the fact that to say Superman stands for right and stands for the good, that may have been beginning when these two schoolboys started, that may have been so. At the present moment, Superman stands for violence.